MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 3 of the National League Division Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Philadelphia Phillies. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
And you got to figure here in a 5-game series, the odds are long for coming back when you're down 2-0. But hey, it's not impossible. It's been done before, but you can bet the other guys are hungry to end this thing right here and now to give themselves a couple of days off before the next series. This should be a good one.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Philadelphia Phillies.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two guys who'll get the ball here in Game 3. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Dero, what's your take on this lineup as they look to lock up the division series?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
Danny Duffy will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, thanks, Matt. And Danny Duffy, you're looking at a small stick of dynamite here. Not a real big guy, about 6 foot, 185 pounds, but good life on his fastball. Sneaky quick, 94 to 96. Good hard slider, a true slider. His changeup is getting better. You'll know if Danny Duffy's on early because he's a swing and miss left-handed strikeout type pitcher.
Here's George Springer, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off the afternoon for the Cubs, left fielder, George Springer.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit high and deep to right center. Herrera on the run. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Had to go a long way to make that running catch, and here it is again with the show track data. Took a great angle at it, showed nice closing speed, and ended up running close to 120 feet to bring it in. No doubt that grab saved extra bases. At the plate, Chris Bryant. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set. Here it comes. And a fastball just a bit up. Bases are empty, one man out. Popped him up. Hernandez ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 34, Bryce.
So in now for Chicago, Bryce Harper, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way. Favorable call in there for a strike. Two out, nobody on. And he misses with it. 1-1. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Hey, not a very big strike zone, but a strike zone that kind of moves around a little bit too much for my liking.
Yeah, Dan, I know there's not a clear scouting report with Darryl. I'll tell you what, you're going to know in the first 2 innings where he's going to be.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Hard around first is Harper racing for second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's the first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1.
These are the moments you can't relax. You never know when you're going to be able to score a few runs off a great pitcher. Here's the spot right here early. Have to find a way. You're happy with one, but if someone can catch a gap, this game could get out of hand pretty quick.
The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. The 1-1 home. Drilled on the ground to short. Crawford gloves it. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We're scoreless on MLB Network. With that, a look at the Phillies batting order in this one. Mark DeRosa, how do they go about keeping this series alive?
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that could work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake doubles leaving this yard.
John Gray is on the mound, and he'll look to wrap up this division series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, the pride and joy of the Oklahoma Sooners. Former first-round draft pick by the Colorado Rockies. Big, strong guy, John Gray. 96 to up at 100 miles an hour. Good, hard breaking ball, and his changeup has gotten better every year that he's pitched. The key for John Gray, throwing strikes. If he keeps the ball in the strike zone at 98 to 100 miles an hour, he is really tough to hit.
Digging in, Odubel Herrera. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Phillies, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Almora patrolling center makes the play. 1 out. So stepping in, Cesar Hernandez.
Cesar Hernandez.
First delivery to him on the way. Popped up. Gray over to his right, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting third.
And with 2 away now, we give you another glance at our up-to-the-minute playoff bracket. And here in this Game 3 of the division series, the big question is, will we see a sweep? Here comes the first pitch. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
This offense has been warned. If they didn't know already, now they do know. He's got his A-game fastball with him today.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing the bat at that pitch.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Fouled off. Another full count pitch on its way. And another foul ball. A swing by Hoskins, and this is driven to deep left. Looking up is Contreras, and gone. An absolute bomb. Rhys Hoskins with a solo shot. His first homer so far in the series, and the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead. Certainly a home run worthy of show track, and we see here that ball was blasted off the bat at 116 miles an hour. The distance wasn't too shabby either. So now Carlos Santana, as he'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. Now the 1-0 is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
Now ball 2. Back-to-back breaking pitches. I think if right now you really have to try to get the best pitch you can get in the zone, you have to throw it right here.
The 2-0 on the way. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking deep every time he digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
Nick Castellanos now. Individual matchup numbers against John Gray. He's 0 for 4. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one right down Main Street. Gray has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. But the Phillies strike first on this solo home run. Second inning coming up, and Philadelphia is off to an early 1-0 lead. Here's Javier Baez. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Shortstop, Javier Baez.
From the stretch.
Nope,
and a neck-high fastball that time.
I know the umpire balled that one right there, but it was close enough. He's going to try and establish that pitch in. As an offensive player, you've got to build that rapport with the umpire. He can't give him anything off the inside half of the plate.
The 1-0 is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. Now the 2-0 home. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will get foul. 2-1. The 2-1. Hit out towards second. To his right, Hernandez. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting sixth, second baseman, number 13.
Now at the plate, number 13, and he's ready to take his first cuts. First offering on its way, and a breaking ball stays outside. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he is in at second base with a one-out double. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as he'll take a look at ball one. Now the 1-0. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Ranging back is Herrera, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall.
When this thing left his bat, I started thinking it might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one-hop the wall off the track, and he cruises into second with an RBI two-bagger. You'll take that every day of the week.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. No balls and a strike to count. Contreras leads off second with one gone in the inning. That's missed low and inside with it. 1-1. 1-1. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second is in to score.
Boy, I don't know about that pitch selection right there, Dero. You have a base open with the pitcher on deck. Not very good pitching right there.
Dan, as a guy who hit 8th in the National League a time or two, nothing's more difficult than to try and mind meld with the pitcher and come up with a game plan when you know you got the pitcher on deck. Shocking that he was coming after him right there in that big spot, and he paid the price.
Into the box now, John Gray. Now a bunt attempt here. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out.
The left fielder, number 4, George.
Digging in for his second at-bat, George Springer. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here comes the first pitch. And that misses low and away, ball 1. Springer swings the bat and throws from the right side and stands at 6'3". He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1. Now Springer belts one, carrying well out to left. Hoskins ranging back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. Springer ignores his coach. He's chugging for home, and the tag gets him, but 1 run does come in to score on the play before the inning comes to an end. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Cubbies are in front 3-1. So next to the plate for the Phils, Michael Franco. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed too low apparently. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. Missed with a slider.
He walked the guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
The pitch. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front hip curveball, he's going to go to it all game.
Count still full, 3-2.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. So 3-2 one more time. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
So digging in now, J.P. Crawford. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And the changeup is way low that time. A runner at first with no outs here. Left side, but well foul. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
Now the 2-1 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
These last two guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
Pitch is popped up. Number 13 is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Standing in, Jorge Alfaro. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. From the belt, the pitch. And that one just missed outside. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Ready with the 1-1. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. A high fastball is in there.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
Into the box, Danny Duffy. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Franco, the runner at first with 2 gone. Soft liner to the right side, and the pitcher's got himself a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, D, were you talking about frustrating as a pitcher? You have the pitcher up with 2 outs, and he extends the inning there with a base hit.
Yeah, it's funny. I've hit 8th in my career, and the grind was to try and get the pitcher up so you could waste that out and flip the lineup over. This guy took it into his own hands and did just that. By getting a knock, now we could have some issues here.
1 ball, no strikes to count. A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
The 1-1 home. A little bouncer, but it gets fouled. Pitch is piling up, 44, and he's not clear of the second yet. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. The 1-2 pitch. Popped him up. Bryant on the move, and that's the third out. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll go now to the top of the third. It's the Cubs 3 and the Phillies 1. The city's founder, William Penn, seen atop City Hall here in Philadelphia as we welcome you back to our MLB Network broadcast.
Leading off for the Cubs.
Here's Chris Bryant now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First delivery to him on the way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
The 1-0 is a fastball that misses. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
.30 pitch is looked at for the first strike.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
The 3-1 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, strike 2. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The next 3-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3.
Now batting, right fielder.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Castellanos is underneath this one. 2 gone.
First baseman number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Anthony Rizzo. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch on its way. Tapper up the line, but that one rolls foul. Behind 0-2 now.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
The 1-2. Nope. No offer at that one, and the count moves to 2-2 now on the Cub first baseman.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
And this will be fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Lifted the other way out to left center. Chasing after it is Hoskins. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. Around second now and headed for third. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
You take a look at this one as it flies into the gap. They can't catch up to it. Next thing you know it, one hops the wall, and he's busting his hump around second on his way to third.
In now, Javier Baez, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one. Nope. Ball one.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Pitch is mishandled behind the plate, and it bounces away. And not in time as the run scores. And he will score from third, and a real letdown behind the plate as that should go down as a passed ball. Set, and the 2-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Set. Here's the 2-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 4 and the Phillies 1. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Cesar Hernandez. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Cesar Hernandez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Breaking ball in for a strike. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
This is a perfect example of why the slider is such a great pitch and such a dangerous pitch, too. Sometimes it moves so much that you just lose control of it. This one runs way too far in, and the hitter is standing on first as a result.
Digging in to try it again, Rhys Hoskins. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Hernandez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Here's a look over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The 1-0 finds the zone, strike one. Seared down the first baseline. Step on the bag for one, and he is in there.
Here's one that you don't see too often, right? Safe at second base, but out at first. Great hustle there from the runner going into second. Really showed off his speed.
So now Carlos Santana. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Hit out towards second, and that is through into center field, a base hit. And to score, the runner from second.
The right fielder, number 9, Nick Castellanos.
Digging in now, Nicholas Castellanos. One in, one out, and one on here in the inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ball one. Runners on first with one down. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Almora is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. So striding in, Michael Franco reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. A runner on first with two away. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. The 2-1. Taken, strike two.
One of the most frustrating things for me to watch in this game is guys getting count leverage and not pull the trigger on a fastball middle in. That's why you play, to get in those situations where you can try and do damage. What do you want, the nasty slider?
Still even at 2-2. Two out with the man at first. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. So a run on one hit, no errors, and a man left. Game 3 moves forward to the 4th inning now. It's the Cubs 4 and the Phillies 2. Stepping up to the plate, number 13, as we begin the top of the 4th.
Second baseman, number 13.
First delivery to him on the way. And a changeup right down the middle.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Takes this the other way to right. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. This will send a ground ball down to third. And that's out number 1.
Up next for the Cubs, center fielder.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Albert Almora, looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. First pitch coming, here it is. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. From the belt, the pitch. Out in front here is this one scorched, foul to the left. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
The pitcher, number 55.
So here now is the pitcher, John Gray. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Under it is Franco, and that's out number 2.
The left fielder, number 4, George.
Here's George Springer. He tripled but was then thrown out trying to leg out an inside the Parker in his last plate appearance. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there on the base path. Scoring more here would be huge.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And this one gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
2-1, here it is. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
The 3-1. High and deep to right center. Chasing after it is Herrera. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed. Cubs strand a couple as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. He popped out in his first trip.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Count even now at 1-1. Bryant into foul territory, and no one will get this one. The 1-1 home. To 1-2 now. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Standing in now, Jorge Alfaro. As he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat, it's strike one. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And it's 1-1.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he lays off this one down and in for ball two. We're in the fourth inning of a 4-2 ball game. This one's down to third. Bryant's got it. And there are two away now.
The pitcher, number 44, Danny Duffy.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Danny Duffy. A base hit in his first trip. First offering on its way. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
0-1, here it comes. Popped him up. Baez is there, and that ends the inning. Phillies down in order. They trail it here 4-2. Striding in, Chris Bryant. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. He's set and the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Here's a strike. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
One-two is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. The 2-2, and he fouls this one off.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change, he had to be sitting off speed right there.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Hard hit ball to short. Crawford has it, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 34, Bryce Harper.
Stepping into the box, Bryce Harper. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Four runs, 7 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Fouled away. set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. It might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late, had no chance to put that ball in play.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. High in the air out to center field. Herrera's there. And that retires the side. Cubs are down in order, but they still lead this one 4-2. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Leading off for the Phillies, center fielder, Odubel.
Here comes the first pitch. Up around the face. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. 2-0. Hit in the air to center field. Waiting on it is Almora. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. (4-2) our score here as we play inning number 5. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Good job there to jump ahead with the fastball. If he's going to get back on track out there, the fastball is what he's going to start to need locating first and foremost. Then he can work his other pitches off of that.
And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Hernandez, base runner at first with one out. And a fastball just a bit high. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. 1-2 now. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it. So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Here's Carlos Santana now. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Last time through was a base hit. The 1-0 pitch. And that's off the plate and high. 2-0 now.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to pump up on a fastball and sailed on.
He's running. Pitch misses. The throw down. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
.30 pitch is taken. Strike 1.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
And that misses. Ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count, and the ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
Nick Castellanos now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First offering on its way. Fastball here too low, and it's 1-0. Count is even. 1-1 to Nicholas Castellanos. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Hit sharply but foul down the right side.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Ripped down the first base line. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. 1-2 pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2. 2-2 towards second. Leaps and makes a terrific catch. And with that, the side is retired. A ball ticketed for right center, but the ticket is revoked as he goes up to pull this one down. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Jared Eichhoff takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 48, Jared Eichhoff.
Here's Javier Baez, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Shortstop, Javier Baez.
Pitch on the way. Popped him up. Franco in foul ground. 1 away.
The batter, number 13.
Now at the plate, number 13. He doubled earlier and carries a 2 for 2 line into this appearance. First pitch on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Broke out the sweeping slider right there and just missed off the edge. If he would have caught the corner right there, I think he's got a backwards K.
Here now the 2-2 is taken, ball 3. We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. The next 3-2. This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. And Santana able to stay with it here for route number 2.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Digging in once again, Wilson Contreras. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Now the pitch. In there, and it's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Misses, ball 2.
The count is 2-1.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he will make the catch here just in front of the first row, and that will end the inning. Nothing across here this half. To the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the Cubs 4 and the Phillies 2. Kyle Hendricks enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 28, Kyle Hendricks.
Stepping into the box, Maikel Franco. Sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Maikel Franco.
Here's the first pitch to him. Missed with a breaking ball. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Heavy sinker just stayed inside. The 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
And in a 2-run game right here, you really don't want to walk the leadoff guy to start an inning. You've got to keep that tying run in the on-deck circle as long as you can.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Striding into the box, J.P. Crawford, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. In the dirt, and now let's see. The tag, and he is safe on a very close play at the bag. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. The 1-0 home is a ball below the zone.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Franco leads off second with nobody out. Now the 2-1 is going to be a drag bunt. He gets it down. Bryant right there, and the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play to react, and they take care of him at first.
Into the box now, Jorge Alfaro. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A knee-high sinker. Tough pitch. Strike 1.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
1 out and a runner on second base. Push softly over toward the right side. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Andre Ethier will be charged with the job of getting that guy home as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at third. Yanked on the ground down the line. But this is foul for the first strike. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. And that one just missed outside. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way, and it's fouled away. This one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. Phillies strand 1, still down by a count of 4-2. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. On to the 7th now in Game 3, but before it gets underway, we take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Dominguez is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 65.
The next Cub up, Albert Almora. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
Albert Almora.
First offering on its way. And that one stayed too low apparently. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
The 3-1. He's in there for a full count now, 3-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away.
It looked like this at bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0. So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
Tommy La Stella will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 3, Tommy La Stella.
Grounded back up the middle. Crawford fields it cleanly. And there's out number 2.
The left fielder, number 4, George.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, George Springer. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hard ground ball to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Pedro Strop gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Pedro Strop.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He's 0 for 3 so far, so he hasn't done much to help at the top of the lineup.
Herrera.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Sharp slider that time. Just missed inside.
Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
Hey, if this guy's able to execute that two-seamer down and away consistently, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. He's going to get a lot of weak contact. He might even get a few knots on some people's shins.
Too high there, and maybe a bit outside as well. 2-1. The 2-1. Fouled off. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The 2-2 one more time. It's laid off, and the count runs full.
Hey, leading off an inning in this situation, 3 balls on you. You have to know that a solo shot's not tying this game up. You have to find a way to get on base any way possible.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And that misses, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you, so we'll see if that's the case here.
Digging in and looking for more, Cesar Hernandez. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it, so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Rounded down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Herrera on at first, nobody out. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
No,
Now a throw over to first and a dive, but he's back in. 7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Swing and a miss. 2-1. A 3-1 count to the Phillies left fielder. On deck, Carlos Santana. The 3-1 pitch. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. The 3-2 pitch. Popped him up. Rizzo will have room there as he puts it away in front of the dugout for out number 2.
First baseman,
Carl Edwards Jr. takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Attention, please. Now pitching for the Chicago Cubs, number 6, Carl Edwards Jr.
So now Carlos Santana, and with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
From the belt, the pitch. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Throw over to first. A dive, but he's back. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike one. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1. Here's a ball for Rizzo over at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Good work that time from the Chicago pen. 8th inning coming up. The Cubs lead this one 4-2. Here's Chris Bryant now. He'll start us off in the 8th.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
The windup and the 0-1. Missed with a slider.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, you got to love a live young arm. He's got an electric fastball. And if he can learn to harness that and work in his solid secondary stuff, he's going to have a really nice career on the mound. Not everyone is gifted with a fastball like that.
And now Bryce Harper. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Harper behind with an 0-2 count now.
Hey, you could tell his eyes lit up on that ball right there. It was a little up, but it was out over the plate. Tough pitch to pull, and this guy's known for going deep pull side.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The 1-0 home is laid off for ball 2.
Pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
2-0 count. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike one. Getting late. 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. The 2-2. Hit out towards second. Hernandez fields it cleanly. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order, but they still lead this one 4-2. Striding in once again, Nicholas Castellanos. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Castellanos.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter, so he's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Now the 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Edwards, a 27-year-old. He was taken in the very late rounds back in 2011.
What an absolute steal. I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of people some big raises in the organization. To be drafted as low as he was and turned himself into one of the biggest superstars in our sport. I am very impressed with what this guy's been able to accomplish.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8.
Third baseman, number 7, Michael Franco.
Coming to the plate now, Michael Franco. It was a walk in his last trip. He's set. Here it comes. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Castellanos aboard here at first with nobody out. And this one's in the dirt.
0-2.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Popped him up. And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out.
The batter, number 2.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Chicago, number 38, Mike Montgomery.
J.P. Crawford will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. First offering on its way. And he fouls this one off. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. That misses. 1-2. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Hey, I don't mind those pitches down below the zone trying to go for the strikeout right there. But you find yourself in a 2-2 count right here. Interested to see what he goes to.
The 2-2. Fouled away. There's a swing and a high pop-up. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
Now batting,
Brandon Morrow takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
Jorge Alfaro will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. From the stretch. There's a strike. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And that ends the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. On to the 9th now in Game 3. It's the Cubs 4 and the Phillies 2. Ned Yost making his way out toward home plate, so it looks like we're going to see the double switch here. Vince Velasquez enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Vince Velasquez. Now playing shortstop and batting in the 9th spot. Number
at the plate,
24.
Javier Baez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
Leading off for the Cubs, shortstop, Javier.
First delivery to him on the way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher to get ahead right there. You know you got a star hitter at the plate. He's not afraid to go to 2 strikes or go deep in the count. That's what you have to do. You have to put him at a disadvantage with the count.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Hoskins waits on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, number
At the
13.
plate, number 13. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Right-hander against right-hander as this is a ball 1-0. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2. The 2-0 on the way. High and deep to straightaway right. Castellanos ranging back, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first homer here in the series, and just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
They still have the bottom of the 9th to try and stage a comeback, but one thing that's not coming back is this blast to extend the lead to 3. Nice knowing you've got some room for error, especially on the road.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. His lifetime line against Velasquez. He hasn't had much success, just 2 for 11. He also has 1 home run. 1 out, nobody on. Contreras in front, 2 balls and no strikes.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
2-0 pitch, a fastball inside, and he's struggling here. It's 3-0. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Now the 3-0 offering. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Hey, if you know an umpire has a tight zone, as a hitter, you tighten your zone as well. No reason to go after the borderline pitches unless you really have to.
And there he goes towards second. He swings and misses. Throw down. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
That throw wasn't on the money from the catcher that time, but he did have a lot behind it. His good arm made up for it, and he nabs him trying to take second.
A 1-1. Misses above the zone for a ball. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Right about now, the manager's questioning his decision to bring this guy in. If you can't trust a reliever to throw strikes, you can't trust him at all. We'll see if he comes to get him sooner than later.
Addison Russell will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
27, Addison Russell.
Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike 1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Almora is off at first with 2 away. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch is in there for the second strike.
2-2.
2-2. Popped him up. Santana waits on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. Last chance coming up for the Fightin' Phils. It's now 5-2 Chicago. Steve Cishek is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth. Standing in, number 24. He'll lead it off with his guys needing a 9th inning rally here if they're going to force a game 4.
Number 24.
Here's the first pitch. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. Two and 0 now.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the ninth is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
And there's ball 3.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
And could this be the start? It's a long way back, but the leadoff man is on base to start their final set of at-bats.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it, but to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Odubel Herrera, who could really use a knock here, 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here's the first pitch. Yanked hard, but foul to the right. The 0-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Stays alive, still 0-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. Now a throw over, and he's back in standing. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. To second for 1. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Oh, man, that's just a backbreaker right there. You get the leadoff man to start the 9th, and you're looking pretty good, right? Not when the next guy bounces into a double play. We'll see if they can get the final out and wrap this thing up.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Cesar Hernandez. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Bryant scoops it up, and the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first. Now at the plate, Rhys Hoskins. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. Here's the first pitch. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. The 1-0. Tough slider down low for a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Philly down to their last strike. And the Cubs are one step closer. They're going to the National League Championship Series.
Well, my advice to them is to enjoy this moment, celebrate with teammates, and then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS. They've wet their beaks with this postseason success. Now they want some more.
Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't get the toughest one of them all, a triple, but it was still an outstanding showing with the bat.
For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our hard-working crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the National League Division Series.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious